Welcome back to the Daggerford Rogues. I'm your host Todd Bonzalez, and we are coming off of two consecutive victories. So I'm really happy with where the team stands. We're 2-2 right now, which puts us right in the thick of the playoff race. But as you can see, we are coming up on our bye week here in Week 5. We've got a really early bye week, and 1/4 of the way through the season, I figured that gives us a really good chance to kind of look at some of the stats and see where our team is at. So looking at how we stack up against the rest of the league on offense, you can see we are 21st in yards. We are 24th actually in total offense. So the total yards includes yards on things like kickoff returns and I think interception returns, stuff like that. Passing, we are exactly middle of the pack in the league. We have the 16th ranked passing attack led by Appleseed. But we're really young, and I expect the passing attack to get better. Rushing yards, this has really surprised me. I thought we were going to be a good running team, but we've really struggled, and I think it's because defenses are stacking the box and kind of daring us to throw over the top. And we've been moderately successful, but I think to unlock the running game, we're going to need to soften defenses and get our passing game going a little bit better. Points per game, we are 13th in the league, which is not bad at all. As you can see, we're second in our own division in that. So despite the fact that we're not getting a ton of yards, we are scoring a good amount of points, and I have a theory about that. We've been very, very good in the red zone. As you can see, every time we've gotten inside the opponent's 20, we have scored. This is the best in the league because you can't do any better than that. We've scored 8 touchdowns on those 11 red zone attempts, and I think having a target like Ozmataz Buckshank and a good scrambling quarterback like Appleseed and a really good offensive line and a couple of running backs that are great in short yardage, this is somewhere where we really have an advantage because we've been outgained in a couple of our, actually I think in almost all of our games up to this point. So we have to win in the margins. We have to really make up ground, and so far, 2-2. We've been doing an okay job at it. Looking at the defense, we have the league's 18th ranked unit. Wild discrepancy here. We've been terrible at stopping the pass, but amazing at defending against the run. So our young defenders are really good at flocking to the ball, but they kind of get confused by good quarterbacks and good wide receivers. So yeah, we need to figure out something for defending the pass. But we are actually scoring more than we're giving up through the first 4 games. We are giving up 18.2 points against, which puts us in the top half of the league. We're 15th, so almost exactly middle of the pack. I am happy with how the defense is done. We've gotten a lot of sacks. Most of those came in that last game against, most of those I think came in that game against Neo Chartreuse, who was just overwhelmed. And then we haven't been getting very many turnovers at all, and this is something we really need to get better at. We've dropped a ton of interceptions. We could have a lot more than just the 2 that we have, and our defense has been very good in the red zone also. As you can see, they're holding opponents to scoring on just 63% of their red zone possessions, as they are 12 of 19. So the defense is stopping them, but we need to do a much better job of getting turnovers and stopping drives that way. I don't think that we can rely on this, bending but not breaking. It's an old football adage, but it's not something that I'd trust. One thing that I find really interesting, we are by far the least penalized team in the league. I do have penalties turned all the way up because I wanted it to be a little bit more realistic, but we are still first in that category by a long shot. I think all of those penalties have been face masks too. Let's briefly look at some of the individual stats as well. I wanted to compare our players to the rest of our division so that we have some kind of baseline to see how well we're doing. And against the other 4 quarterbacks in the Sword Coast division, Alex Appleseed has been the 3rd best, behind John Throgood and Tommy Tulips. Tulips we've seen, he was our opponent in the first game, and he started the trend of quarterbacks just being able to dice us up. He had a great game against us, and he's a really solid quarterback. But John Throgood, we haven't met. This is the quarterback of the Waterdeep Dragons, our biggest rival, and he's been one of the best quarterbacks in the league through the first 4 weeks. He's got a 91 rating, which is great. He's got 1,000 yards on the dot. He has 10 touchdowns. If he continues this pace, he'll throw 40 touchdowns and 20 interceptions, which is just classic John Throgood. He kind of just chucks the ball downfield. He's got a great average, so he throws bombs, and he's the gold standard, really, in the division. We're going to need to overcome this guy at some point. Alex Appleseed has a 75.6 rating, which is very middle of the pack for this league. This is definitely a defensive league so far, a ton of interceptions league-wide, but Appleseed has held his own, I think. He's completing 55% of his passes. He's thrown 6 touchdowns against 5 picks. He has a 6.6 average, which is okay, but probably need to start taking a little bit more shots down the field. We kind of employ what's called a West Coast passing game, which means we emphasize short passes and quick timing patterns. And our offensive line, you know, they've been great, and this quick passing and Alex Appleseed's scrambling ability have meant that we've given up 7 sacks on the season through 4 games. This is very good. We're giving up less than 2 per game, which makes us one of the best in the league at avoiding sacks. So hopefully we can continue that. Keep Alex upright. That'll, I think, help his confidence and help keep his eyes downfield. That's something I need to work on. I'm sure you've noticed tons of wide open receivers that I haven't thrown to, because I definitely have when I've been editing, and it's super cringe, and I need to get better at it. We also, I think, interesting to note, we have the longest pass. Appleseed's longest pass to 37 yards, which is the shortest of the 4 quarterbacks in the division. Looking at rushing, I wanted to sort by attempts here. As you can see, Damian Bennett leads the division. He has the most rushing attempts on the season, but he's been by far the least successful running back. He's got 266 yards to show for it, just a 2.7 average. So I think I need to keep him fresh, maybe keep his legs fresh by giving some touches to some other players, maybe get the fullbacks involved, maybe hand off to Lunch Pail, get him involved a little bit more. Get Bennett a little bit more rest, and maybe that'll help him break off some long runs. We've seen him caught from behind a few times, and I think that might be because he's tired. Looking at receiving, you can see Ozmataz Buckshank has been the leading receiver in the division, beating out all of Throwgood's many weapons, and Sylvester Gordon has been pretty decent as well. Gordon's got a 15.5 average. Buckshank leads the division in touchdowns with 4, and he's got 79 yards per game. He does have 7 drops, which is weird because he has 80 catching, and he does have that long of 37. On the blocking side of things, I want to highlight Girlfriend Vancouver. They have 14 pancakes on the year against just 1 sack, which is the best pancake to sack ratio in the division. Girlfriend can fit more pancakes in a sack than any other player, even better than Bismo Funyuns, DePez Poopsie, and Matt Lair. Defensively, Justice Bunn has just been awesome. He leads the division in tackles for a loss with 6. Gerard Tumbleweed is right behind him with 5. Bunn is also second in the division in tackles. He's got 28 of those. Our leader in sacks has been Seamus Gilhooly, who's been doing a great job of disguising his blitzes and just being able to come in unblocked a few times. He's got 3 sacks. Lefty Washington has deflected 6 passes through the first 4 games of the season. I think all of those he could have intercepted if he wanted to. Bucky Armstrong is 4 of 9 on field goals. And Brian Flower Power, we've talked about it a few times. He's been one of the best punters in the league. You can see that 48.2 yards average is incredible, but even better is his net average of 44.3 yards. Been angling punts toward the sidelines, making them unreturnable, giving us great field position, which is another way that we're kind of winning in the margins. Another thing that'll happen periodically throughout the season is our players' overall ratings will be updated. This just happened to coincide with our bye week, so perfect opportunity to look at it. Alex Appleseed has been the most improved player on the team and one of the most improved players in the entire league. His overall rating has jumped an incredible 3 points. As you can see, his awareness has jumped up 5. Honestly, this means nothing for my quarterback since I'm controlling him, and basically his awareness is my awareness. His throwing accuracy has also improved by 1. There you can see he's an 87 throw power and 83 accuracy. Other players that improved include Ozmataz Buckshank, who has somehow gained a point of catching ability despite all the drops. Lefty Washington has improved by 1 overall point, and most of our linebackers have gained a little bit of tackling. Troy Polamalu improves to an 83 overall, but that feels really low for how well he plays. Justice Bunn, of course, has improved. He's now an 83. He's gained some tackling. He's only 59 awareness. So tons of room for improvement for this guy. He's basically all raw talent right now. Travis Cobweb has gone up 2 points with all of his pass deflections and his nice, timely interception. He's gained 6 points of awareness and is now an 81 overall cornerback. Seamus Gilhooly, the linebacker, improving to 81 overall. Jamar Cheesesteak, the fullback, has actually had the most improvement on the team. He's gained 4 overall points, gained 8 points of awareness, and 5 points of pass blocking to go along with 2 points of run blocking. So great for him. I'm not really sure why he's improved so much, but he's done extremely well. Bean Stewart is a young player who came on as a reserve to start the season, but has done extremely well. He's gone up to a 79 overall and taken over the starting spot on the left end position. Young safety Sam Bamson has played his way into the rotation as well. He is now a 77 overall. And Bucky Armstrong has, gained 3 points? How is this possible? Hang on. Gain 2 points of accurate? Well, alright. Whatever you say, game. And that concludes the player progression section of the video. Now we'll move on to our opponent in the next game, and this is the best defense in the entire league. They are terrifying. They feature so many stars. Rashad Boone, you can see here, the 96 overall right outside linebacker. Roy Bronco, the free safety. This guy is everywhere. Unsweet Ice T is probably the meanest player in the entire league. Strong safety, Bob Johnson. We can't forget about him. And you know, one thing that I want to talk about as well with this team, in addition to being absolutely amazing, is that they have by far the sickest uniforms in the entire league. So you can see Johnson kind of modeling this. I think the orange pants that they wear are the best uniform element in the entire league. Trust me, I've designed tons and tons of uniforms in Madden 2005, and I think this is pretty much the optimal one. It doesn't really get any better than this. Left end, Adewale Ogunlaye, 91 overall. Huge defensive tackle, Frank Brobdingnan. Patch Allen at cornerback. And they've also been one of the best teams on the offensive side of the ball. You can see here Jennifer Hyacinth, the rookie quarterback. She's 6'5" and was a top draft pick in the last draft. So Port Nyanzaru is a team that historically has not had a lot of success. They've been a bottom team, and they haven't really had great play at the quarterback position. But Hyacinth has come in and just done amazingly through the first few games of the season. 7 touchdowns to 4 interceptions, completing 55% of her passes. She is an incredibly accurate passer and just kind of has the ability to really dice up a defense if she has time. Not a great scrambler, but really smart and distributes the football really well to her receivers. She's going to be a tough test for us. Welcome everybody to the Ooptao Coliseum here in Chult. It is a bright and sunny day, beautiful day for football here as the Daggerford Rogues come down to the Chult Peninsula to try to take out the Port Nyanzaru Pirates in their elite defense. Not a lot of fans in the audience today. Surprising considering Port Nyanzaru's great start to the season. Maybe they're just on their way. But you see Alex Appleseed, great start to the season for him. Rolling out and throwing to his second favorite target, Sylvester Gordon. Damian Bennett, the running back, looking to get him going today after he's started the season sluggish. And looking at the defense for Port Nyanzaru, one of the best units in the entire league. There's Frank Brobdingnan, the great defensive tackle. Unsweet Ice T, the middle linebacker, getting Rashad Boone fired up. This defense is tough as nails. They are nearly impossible to stop, and they are honestly pretty terrifying. I really hope I don't throw a lot of dumb picks here today, as we will select tails because that does not fail. They've won the toss. As you can see, there is a huge crosswind here today. So I guess I'll take the wind going right to left. You see the standings in the Sword Coast Division. Waterdeep and Neverwinter both out to huge starts, and it looks like we are going to get the ball. Here's Otis Spuds. He will take it up the middle and get to nearly the 25. All right, so how do you beat a defense like this? We're going to try to put pressure on them over the top by hitting Gordon on the first play, and he's got it inside the 40. Going deep on the first play, and we pick up a huge first down as they just left him in single coverage, and he had a step on the corner. Great accurate throw by Appleseed there, starting out the game confident for Daggerford. Goes to the counter left. Here's Bennett cutting it back up the middle, and he'll pick up about 8 yards. What was that about an elite defense? We didn't hear anything about it. We're coming out for the last 2 games in a row. We have scored a touchdown on the opening drive, and it would really make a statement if we marched into Port Nyanzaru and put them on notice with a touchdown here, as Bennett is going to bounce it out to the right and chase down from behind. That was Roy Bronco, the safety, as Bennett doesn't have the elite speed of some running backs, but my goodness. What an unbelievable start to this game by the Daggerford offense. I swear I haven't changed anything with the settings. This is all on the team, as Appleseed is going to roll left. Going to send Sandman into the end zone and knocked away. That was Bronco again for good closing speed. Now there really just wasn't a lot to work with on that passing play, as they had good coverage everywhere. And that's fine, an incomplete pass. Again, not as bad as an interception. Back breaking here this close to the goal line as we hand off to Bennett for a minimal gain up the middle. 3rd down and 9. We've got the ball at the 13-yard line. We've got the 2 tight ends set. Manamaliuna is going to block for me on the left side. I've got Buckshank running into the end zone. Look left for Franklin first. I think he's going to be open, and he's got it. Franklin's got the first down inside the 5. All right, so we're going to run play action close to the goal line here. Appleseed going to roll right. He's got pressure. He's got Gordon. Gordon dropped it in the end zone. Right between the Z and the A there. Bennett's going to get it right up the middle, and great penetration there. Tackled in the backfield. On 3rd and goal, Appleseed. Oh, he's sacked immediately. I think we had Buckshank in the end zone, but unfortunately that's a sack, and that's going to take us out of the consideration for going for it here. As the drive stalls on the 9-yard line, we're going to have to bring in Armstrong to kick the field goal. A whole lot of wind, but from this close it probably won't be much of a factor as Armstrong puts it right down the middle. We take the lead 3-0 as the Rogues have come out here and punched the Port Nyanzaru Pirates in the mouth. We're doing it to everybody. Everybody disrespects us. They say 2-2, but we beat 2 bad teams. They say do it against a real team. Well, this is a real team right here. And we've come out, and I think we've made a statement by scoring on the opening drive. Hopefully we can keep doing that as Blaylock shakes off a tackle, but is tackled by Spuds, and they'll start at the 18. Get our first look at Jennifer Hyacinth, the great prospect under center. Parnell Lewis in the backfield, and he'll send a receiver in motion. That's Juravicious out on the right side. And back to pass, Hyacinth. All day to throw, looking left, and it is knocked away. Great play there by Justice Bunn. As Bunn continues to make plays in every facet of the defense. He's got a sack, he's got some coverage plays, I think he leads the team in tackles. Hyacinth back pass on 2nd down. Looking left, and caught by Electron as that pass was just off of his shoestrings. Well, that was a gain of 13 and a first down for the Pirates. With the zone blitz dialed up, let's see if that confuses Hyacinth. Back to pass, here comes Ilko. Oh, they pick it up, and Lewis out on the right side. Another good gain for Hyacinth, really reading that blitz well, and she got it out in the flat. Just a veteran play, really. That's the scouting report on Hyacinth. She stands back and stands tall in the pocket and was able to just dissect the defense with accurate passes and good reads against the blitz. Maybe playing man-to-man is the solution against this team. 2nd down and 2. Crowd the safeties at the line. Hyacinth back to pass again, looking left, and Jolly's got it. And they read the scouting report. They said come out throwing against the Daggerford Rogues and make them prove they can stop it. Right now, Jennifer Hyacinth is just having her way. There's no pass rush to speak of. She's 3 of 4, 39 yards to start things out here. And on 1st and 10, she's got 3 wide receivers again. Let's see if they'll come out throwing. They do. She's got all day again, and she's got Juravicious. Blanketed by Ilko, but just an accurate pass. 51 yards on this drive, all through the air for Port Nyanzaru. And off to the left, and Lewis has a lot of room. Great blocking. Finally tackled after a gain of about 8. Well, it's safe to say that the Pirates are coming out and answering our statement with one of their own, as they've got 2nd down and 2 now. They're inside the red zone. Hyacinth with Lewis, the only back behind her. She play fake, looking for Jolly, and a nice catch in a tight window, all the way at the 6-yard line. Take another look at this, great play fake in between the defenders. And another first down for the Pirates. Well, the pass defense for Daggerford continues to be disappointing. There's a man in motion, that's Joe Juravicious. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Toss right. Lewis cuts it back and met by Polamalu at the 5-yard line. Gain of 1. All right, this close to the goal line. We've got the zone defense called. We've got the extra defensive lineman in. They're running a base I formation. And Lewis has it. A good tackle there by Canterbury. That's the seldom used third defensive tackle. Hand off right. Oh no, it's a play fake. Looking left, and 3 green shirts in the area. None of them able to come up with it as that pass falls incomplete. They will have to kick a field goal. On 4th and 4, here's Olindo Mare. 13 of 16 in his career. 21-yard attempt here. And it is good. So they answer. It's 3-3. So it looks like once again we may have a great ball game on our hands. Kick goes to Spuds. He'll take it from the goal line. Spuds up the left side. A great lead block that time as he takes it up across about the 24. All right, let's see if we can do what we did last time as we take over on the 24-yard line. Going off the left here. And great penetration that time. That was Brobdingnac making his first stop in the backfield. Well, I feel like we're getting a little predictable on offense, and we can't afford to do that against this team. So I think I'm going to go with a toss play instead and see if that fares any better. Well, we'll get a yard. We'll get a yard at the very least. That tackle made by Marquez Rosequartz, another great linebacker for them. All right, 3rd down and long here. And we don't have Buckshank on the field, I've just realized, but that's all right. I think I'm going to send Franklin on an out route. They want me to roll out. Let's see what that safety does. Right, the safety's going right, so I think that means we might have Sandman, but I think, yeah, I need Spuds. I need Spuds. Oh no, that was almost picked. 24, who's that? I don't know. But a great play. That guy came out of nowhere. I didn't see him, and well, that's a quick 3 and out. Very quick 3 and out, as we are very lucky to avoid yet another first half pick. That one all on me. I made a bad read. I thought I had Spuds, but there was a defender there that was camouflaged. As Flower Power will kick it away. This one probably going to be, oh no, fielded, not fair caught, and Blaylock makes a guy miss. And takes it up across the 30. 3-3 ball game. I formation behind Hyacinth. She tosses left to Lewis. Lewis has blockers, runs over a man, and gets about 8 yards. Well, Port Nyanzaru's offense really is one of the stories of the season so far. Looking at them on paper before the year, everybody expected them to have a great defense, but they've just been able to move the ball at will against teams, led by this great rookie quarterback. And Lewis gets back to the line of scrimmage there. 3rd down, 1 upcoming. Yeah, and you can see what makes them so great. They're unpredictable. They've got a lot of different ways they can hurt you. They've got good blocking, they've got a good running game, and they've got the young quarterback that can really find the open receivers, as Lewis is going to take it on the left side. Lewis with a lead blocker now across the 40 and inside Rogues territory, and that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter, as we've got a great one on our hands today. 3-3, and Port Nyanzaru, after giving up the opening field goal to us, they have answered right back, and they're driving right down the field. On the verge of field goal range as the blitz picked up, looking over the middle to Electron's got it inside the 25. A gain of 19, and Jennifer Hyacinth continues to carve up this defense. She's just a surgeon back there. There's no two ways about it. This is such an exciting rookie. Really good for the league, really good for Port Nyanzaru. This is a team that has historically been kind of kicked around a little bit, as that's a pass off the left side to the fullback, Fuamatu Ma. Good for a couple, another completion. This franchise, one of those moribund franchises that really seems like they could never really get it going. They just moved to Port Nyanzaru, I think, something like 12 years ago. I'm writing this canon as I'm playing the game. As that will bring up 3rd and 6 now. Got a man defense called. We've got a couple of linebackers dropping back into coverage. Let's control Bun here, and I think I'm going to send Bun. As that pass is caught in the corner of the end zone. Perfectly placed pass. As we thought that Smitty Peregrine was tearing us up last time, but it looks like we've got another worrisome quarterback on our hands here. Jennifer Hyacinth. as the extra point is good. You see the difference in offensive production for the two teams. So they've just driven the ball down at will. Go back to pass on first down, nobody open. Gonna have to throw it, and that one incomplete off the back of the defender. Alright, so I've called a couple audibles here. And I'm going back to pass, and there's Buckshank. And he's got it, and he's going to be close to a first down, and it's a gain of about 9 yards. Pretty big third down upcoming. I want some hitch routes and some out routes. Alright, they're playing man. We're going to have Gordon. Oh, sacked immediately. My goodness. Right off the edge, unblocked. That was Adewale Ogunleye. Excuse me, Adewale Ogunleye. I haven't said his name in like 20 years. It's been a while. Sacked again. We were one of the best teams in the league at preventing sacks coming into this game, but Port Nyanzaru is going to get you. That's just how they roll. This defense is fearsome. Man, a disappointing play too, because we had Gordon wide open on the right. If only we would have been able to throw it. Oh, Blaylock again with the crazy acceleration, gets by the tackler and up to about the 38. I'm impressed by their punt returner Blaylock. He's got some insane get-off speed. Right, Lewis with everybody in the backfield to meet him. That was Bunn and Washington. Our defense looking to take the momentum back for us. As our opening drive success was short-lived. Hyacinth with the screen set up on the right. Lewis all day to run, getting it across the 40. Looking right and knocked away, nearly picked by Gilhooly. And on 4th and 7, they will have to punt it away again. Here's, wait, Armstrong? Their punter's name is Armstrong. I wonder if he's related to our Armstrong. I didn't do that on purpose. The Spuds will fair catch it. Alright, so we will take over at the 18-yard line. Nothing doing on our last couple of drives. 2 consecutive 3-and-outs. We're going to need to change that here. Looking right, Bennett, nothing going. Another player in the backfield. That was an iced tea. Unsweet iced tea coming right through the middle. Their front 7 all of a sudden is dominating our offensive line. That's Port Nyanzaru's MO. Go back to pass here. Gordon over the left side, knocked away. Great play by the defender that time, and incomplete. 3rd and 11 upcoming. And Appleseed, you can see, starting to struggle after the opening drive success. We'll have to pass here. Everybody knows it. And they are getting pressure. Looking to Franklin, and incomplete. That was a prayer. They've got a 1st and 10. And off left side, Lewis. Good blocking, and that's good for a gain of about 3 or 4. She goes back to pass. The blitz is picked up. They look left, and Jolly's wide open. Jolly makes a man miss and rumbles inside the 35. A great gain for Port Nyanzaru. 26 yards. So you see another connection, that sidearm flick, and another perfectly accurate pass to Jolly. Well, we're trying blitzing, we're trying zone coverage, man coverage. Nothing we're doing is working. We're going to need to come up with something. We've been able to pull good game plans out of our ass in the second half of pretty much every game, as Lewis right across the middle, gashing the defense for a big gain. Right now, we're just being thoroughly outcoached. Hyacinth, 10 of 13, 142 yards, and a touchdown. This is perhaps her breakout game. As all eyes kind of on this one. As Lewis will take it off the right side. Lewis, all room to run, and finally tackled by Polamalu at about the 12. 4 plays, 50-yard drive for the Pirates. 3 wide receivers in. Hyacinth under center. Lewis in the backfield. Back to pass. Looking left, and in the end zone, caught by Electron as Boomstick took a bit of a cheap shot there. Not flagged, but that's a touchdown for the Pirates. And all of a sudden, they've opened a commanding lead. It's going to be 17-3 if they can boot this extra point through. So far on defense, Daggerford has had no answer for the heroics of Jennifer Hyacinth. Well, it is a tale of two quarterbacks who took very different routes to get to where they are today, as Buckshank is going to catch it over the middle from Appleseed. We're going to have about 4 minutes to go to try to answer here, as we will have a 2nd and 4. But Hyacinth, the highly anticipated top draft pick, versus Appleseed, the 3rd-year player and 1st year as a starter. Looking left for Franklin, and he's got it in bounds. Close to the 40, and they are going to challenge, as I thought there might have been a good chance that he caught that one out of bounds. Let's take another look. It is caught, and oh no, he got both feet in. This one should stand. Let's take another look just to be sure. There's 1, there's 2. Yep. It looks good to me. Let's see what the referee says.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It stands. We've got a 1st down. The clock is running for some reason. That's good for us. We want to run it down. We don't want to give Hyacinth too much time. Hand it off to the left. Bennett, a lot of room. Breaks a tackle and rides the defender across the 1st down marker. That's going to move the chains. Buckshank running it out over there. Let's see, read that safety. Staying up. Let's go to, oh, incomplete. Luckily incomplete. That one, another one of those ones that looks like a fumble. Man, I've really got to start getting the ball out quicker against this defense. Their pass rush is just getting into the backfield. There's really been nothing that I can do about it. Let's keep Manamaliuna in to block here. Buckshank over the middle. Nice catch. Great catch there by Buckshank. All right, so let's see. I was going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning, but I think I'm going to run a play here because I actually like the look. Let's see if we can pick it up off the right side. Oh no, in the backfield, number 94. And it's 4th and 2. It's a 2-minute warning. We've got a big decision here. I really don't like punting from the 45. That's just not who I am. So I'm going to run a play that I trust. This is my short yardage play. No doubt these guys have seen the scouting report. They've seen the tape on my team. It looks like they're going to come out running zone, though, and that this play is a zone beater. They are running zone. Let's get it to Franklin. Knocked away. Knocked away. Great play. That was Roy Bronco. He's been all over the field today. We fail on 4th down, and they're going to have another chance, and this is a real chance for them to just absolutely open up this ball game and start blowing us out for real. Hyacinth all day to throw. They pick up the blitz again. It's Jolly across the 40 into our territory. And my goodness, what do you do? Yeah, it's like my old high school coach used to say, some days you're the dog and some days you're the hydrant. Today, the Daggerford Rogues are the hydrant. This one going off to the left side, knocked away. Finally a good defensive play. That was Cobweb. Hyacinth completing 75% of her passes for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, all in the 1st half. Just brilliant stuff. Looking over the middle, caught. Juravicious. Ilko on the coverage. 3rd and inches now. Got the zone called. Hopefully we can get some kind of pass rush. Looking left, and Clayton's wide open. 1st down for Kung Fu Clayton to the 20. 1st and 10, handoff. Lewis, right side, and tackled by Washington after a gain of a couple. And they will call a timeout with a minute remaining. And they've got the 2 tight ends now. 2nd down and 8. They'll send one in motion. Hands off to Lewis. Lewis right up the middle, and that's a gain of about 10. It's going to be close to another 1st down for them. It'll be 3rd down and inches upcoming as they rule him just short of the marker. And off from Lewis. Oh no, it's a play fake. Look into the end zone and knocked away. Knocked away by Washington. Good pass defense there. 4th down and inches upcoming. And they are sending out the field goal unit. We're going to go ahead and run just a regular defense as they do kick it. We go into halftime down 20-3. But you know what? We are a 2nd half team. And I'm not even going to look at the stats because I don't want to see them. Well, it was just a magisterial 1st half for Jennifer Hyacinth, as she carved us up for 20 points for her team. They've got a commanding lead. We've got to stop them here. We've got to start picking up something positive, as Again, just a great job of blocking by the offensive line, but the pass is knocked away. Let's see if we can jam the receivers on the outside. Maybe that'll make a difference. Oh, we got the sack, finally. Finally, somebody broke through. I didn't quite see who that was. It was Dotson, Damian Dotson, the rookie end, picking up his first sack on the season. Well, maybe jamming the receivers is the way to go. You can see, I don't know if you can watch the receiver versus the corner, but they'll be struggling. They'll be kind of tussling off the line of scrimmage, and that might buy just a little bit of time for a pass rush as that one goes to the left side for Clayton, but well short of the sticks, and our defense comes up with exactly what we needed, a 3 and out. And they have been getting all kinds of penetration on us. They've really just been doing a great job of getting in the backfield. So I'm going to start out with a screen pass to start the second half, and it's going to be open. Bennett caught from behind. My God, Adewale Ogunlaye with the unbelievable burst of speed. Transitioning from rushing the quarterback to going after the defender in just a blink of an eye. So that one loses 3. Herculean effort by the defensive end there, as there was nobody in front of Bennett, but Bennett, again, not the fastest running back. There's nobody over here. Oh no, Appleseed. Taken down from behind, and that's going to be a loss. Or maybe he got back to the line. All right, 3rd down. We are 1 of 6 on 3rd downs today. Spuds over the middle, and he dropped it. Ah, Spuds, buddy. That's why Spuds primarily plays on special teams as the returner. He does not have good hands. That pass was a little bit behind him, but it kind of had to be. If we would have let him, then it would have gone right to that linebacker. Flower Power angling it toward the sidelines. A good punt, not returnable. And out of bounds at about the 25. So we need something. I fear we may be asking a little too much of the defense in this one, as Direwolves has it on the right side. There's a face mask on Ilko. That is a 15-yard personal foul variety. That's going to give them the ball at the 49. Kind of mistakes we just cannot afford right now. You really do got to commend the performance of these Port Nyanzaru Pirates. They came out clearly wanting to make a statement that they are a superior team. As Direwolves wide open again over the middle, another connection to the 30. And yeah, consider the message received. They picked the Daggerford Rogues to beat up upon. And I'm going to circle this team. I want to beat this team. I really want to kick this team's ass in the future. Perhaps we could meet in the playoffs. Here's Hyacinth to the left side and nearly picked, but caught by Jolly as Justice Bun. And that would go right through his hands. Hyacinth, 18 of 24, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns. Very efficient performance. Man in motion, 2nd and 6. Play fake, looking left and nearly picked. Cobweb had great positioning on that one. We've really got to start making some of those plays. We have no turnovers today. One of the worst teams in the league at forcing turnovers. Got to start intercepting some of those passes. Hyacinth back to pass. Has all day again. Looking right, caught by Jolly, and Jolly has the first down at the 15. Now they convert yet another 3rd down. You see the discrepancy in offensive production. The Pirates nearly tripling us in terms of total yards. They've run almost twice as many plays as well, which means our defense is probably very tired, unable to get off the field. That's going to make it even harder to stop them. We've really got to turn something around here. As Jolly's got it at the 2. I really am not even mad. I'm impressed. It feels like Hyacinth is a legend in the making. I'm really happy for her. I'm happy for Port Nyanzaru. Even if it does... Oh, Lewis into the end zone, shedding the tackle, and that's probably going to put this one out of reach. That'll make it 27-3. Well, it's like my high school football coach would say after he said the hybrid thing. He would say, you're playing for pride at this point. Game's pretty much over. We're playing just to prove that, you know, we're not going to go down without a fight. So we're going to have the ball on our own 7-yard line after an ill-fated return there and a holding penalty on Onsen Sweeney, the backup safety. And we are backed up. Here we go. Uh-oh. Looking for Gordon, and it's picked. It's Bob Johnson returning it for a touchdown. That was a bad decision. Shouldn't have thrown it there. And there's the interception. The first second half interception by Alex Appleseed. And makes it 33-3. We're still in the third quarter. 6:20 to go in the third quarter. And yeah, now we're just getting thoroughly demolished. This game has gotten ugly. Has gotten ugly as we're halfway through the third. Spuds from the 1. Picking it up across the 30. A pretty good return there. All right, let's go back to that screen pass. Let's go away from that screen pass, actually. I saw something there I didn't like. I'm going to go to the counter left. We like the counter left. Oh, we couldn't get it off. Appleseed runs it? I don't know what happened there. That was supposed to be a handoff. Well, at least we didn't fumble. So we've got the screen called again. Appleseed will drop back and fire it to Bennett. And Ogunlaye again with the same thing he did last time. All right, let's not call that anymore. Just unbelievable play recognition by Adewale Ogunlaye for the second time in this game. Third down and 13 here. Got to get it out to Buckshank. A prayer of a throw and knocked away. Nothing doing downfield there. She goes back to pass. Looking over the middle and lefty. For God's sake, would you catch one, man? I think that was the most catchable one so far for Lefty Washington. I don't think Jennifer Hyacinth could have walked up and handed it to him any better, but unfortunately, he just cannot catch the ball to save his life. 2nd and 10 upcoming. They run the clock down and get it to Lewis, tackled by Tumbleweed. Handoff. Oh no, they go back to pass, and looking left, it is knocked away. Good coverage there by Boomstick. Receivers on the right side. Sandman will be open. And we've got him. And he's got about 8 yards. That's the first positive play in a while. Feels good. 2nd down and 3 here. Defense is in man. Gordon over the middle. Nice catch in traffic. And that's a first down for Daggerford. Well, we're not going down without a fight. Alex Appleseed still trying to guide his team down. It's still possible. We're still in the third quarter. Kind of unbelievable to me that we are still in the third quarter. There you see Appleseed's stats. I'd really like to get that completion percentage up above 50% and see if we can't get him a touchdown here at the very least. Play fake and sacked immediately once again. They did not bite. Unsweet Iced Tea was not fooled. From the 41. Go back to pass. Scrambling out. And we can run. Otis Spuds brought his man right back to us. It's not going to matter. It's a holding penalty on Girlfriend Vancouver. That's going to back us up. It'll be 2nd and 26 instead. Here we go. 2nd and 26. Bennett. Got it across the 45 and back into their territory. So it'll be 3rd and 17. All right, back to pass. We have Buckshank. And he will get it across the 35. That'll set up a closer 4th down at least. You know what, actually I decided, let's just try for this 52-yard field goal. See if we can't make a 52-yarder with Bucky. That'll give us a chance to test his range at the very least and see if 52 yards is possible for him. So we can use this to gain kind of some data, you know. Oh, the accuracy is not there. It looks like he might have the leg. Lewis left side, and he will pick up another solid gain. This is the first time a team has really been able to get to us in the running game. And off to Lewis, left side, and that's going to be a first down. Tackle by Boomstick. There's a flag on the play. That'll be holding. And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. Port Nyanzaru leading Daggerford 34-3. You know what? You gotta take your lumps. You gotta take your lumps in this league, and hopefully we can use this as a springboard for the team to come together. We're definitely gonna have some closed-door meetings. We're definitely gonna talk about what we did wrong. We're gonna talk about the game plan and how it failed. We're gonna talk about the positives too. We're gonna talk about the first drive of the game when we took the ball right down the field. And I mean, really, when we were unable to get the ball in the end zone, I think that's when it was over. That's actually most of the yards that we've gained this entire game have been on that first drive up to this point. First down and 10. Toss it to Bennett on the right side. Bennett taking it back up the middle, and that'll be a gain of about 5, taking it to the 20. And they call it a gain of 4. It'll be second down and 6. Go back to pass. We have Cheesesteak on the left. Cheesesteak's got it. And he's got the first down. Well, we've completed 5 consecutive passes. Appleseed tends to go on a streak like this here in the second half. Let's see if we can pull out the comeback. Going deep. Here's Gordon. He's got it! Another great catch by Gordon inside the 40. Another dime from Appleseed. And finally something positive. We've got the ball right back to where we just had it when we missed the field goal. Another 30-yard completion as Appleseed, his stats, you know, he'll have some decent stats at least. It was looking like this was going to be an ugly game, as that's going to be another sack. The first time a team has really been able to get to our offensive line and sack the quarterback, and they've been able to do it just absolutely at will. We can get Spuds on a long route here. Run right at that safety. Oh God, nobody open, and we just take another huge sack. 3rd and 35, and yeah, nobody getting open, but we gotta do something about that. We can't be taking sacks like that. Got this kind of overload concept to the left. Let's see if that works out for us. Try to hit Sandman deep, and knocked away. Good defense. And on 4th and a Keczulla, I think we'll just punt it away. It'd be fun to go for it, but I mean, honestly, I don't want the score to get any uglier than it is. Playing for our respect, and we don't want to show up our defense by, you know, failing a 4th and 35. Great punt by Flower Power. Look at that. Gets out of bounds inside the 15. Back to pass, Hyacinth. She looks left, and it's caught by Jolly. Taken down at the 20. You see, we have 33 rushing yards and 120 passing. They've got 63 on the ground. I guess that's a positive. We've, you know, held them to just 63 yards on the ground so far. So hopefully, you know, we won't get too many more. There's Lewis, right up the middle for 5. Fresh set of downs for Hyacinth. She goes back to pass, looks to the right, and that's caught by Juravicious, beating the zone coverage once again. Back to pass. Blitz picked up, looking right, and I got my right and left, you know, correct. She'll hand it off to Lewis. Lewis will have another 5-yard pickup, tackled by Ilko coming off the corner. Back to pass, Hyacinth looking left, and that was caught by Electron. Another first down, and they continue to march. 1st and 10, Hyacinth going back to pass, and oh, nearly picked. Lamar Ilko had his hands on it. Our defense is really going to need to do something about the lack of catches, the lack of interceptions. We've had so many makeable ones. Jolly on the left, as Hyacinth sends Jolly in motion. Back to pass, looking right, and caught. Juravicious getting by Ilko inside the 5. He's at 97 receiving yards today, Juravicious. Clock ticks down to 3 minutes. Lewis off the right side dives and is short of goal line. Down to about the 1. Play fake, looking right, and oh, Gilhooly knocked it away from his own guy. Probably would have dropped it anyway. 3rd and goal, I formation behind Hyacinth. And off, Lewis is short, tackled by, I think, Tumbleweed got a hand on him. And it looks like they are going to trot out the field goal unit to try to make what I think might be the shortest possible field goal. They've got the ball inside the 1-yard line, and you know what, at the very least we didn't give up 40 points. We can hold our heads high knowing that we held them to 37. Very few fans remaining here at the stadium. Everybody's gone off to watch the dinosaur races here in Port Nyanzaru. Go back to pass. Looking over the middle and nearly picked by Ice-T, trying to get it to Franklin that time. And off Mike Lunchpail, left side, nothing doing for him. Alright, and on 3rd down and 11, we're going to come out and throw here, but I've let the clock run down. Looks like we've got Sandman, and he's got a blocker, but they missed the block, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And from the 38-yard line, we will go ahead and punt it away. With 28 seconds left to go in the game, they will send out Hyacinth to probably hand it off to Lewis. Oh no, Hyacinth back to pass. Are you kidding me? Knocked away by Tumbleweed. With 28 seconds to go, we've clearly given up. I don't know about that call. Hand it off to the fullback, Uamatu Ma. And that'll do it. From Port Nyanzaru, I've been Todd Bonzales, and my god, we got the shit kicked out of us today. 37-3 and an ugly one. Port Nyanzaru. Well, we came out and scored an opening field goal, and I was talking about how great we were doing and how we punched them in the mouth, and you know what? They punched us back a whole bunch of times. Just a whole bunch of times. Taking a look at the game stats, you can see they had 400 yards of total offense. Well, we had just 161. They had 317 yards through the air, and we had just 32 rushing yards, so we got dominated. We got absolutely dominated. No two ways about it. Let's take a look at Appleseed's stats. He was 15 of 29, so he barely got over 50%. They kept us out of the end zone all day. Damian Bennett had just 11 touches in this game, as we were forced to kind of throw it a lot in the second half, but Jennifer Hyacinth was awesome. She completed 27 of her 39 attempts, 69% completion percentage, 8.2 yards per pass as she went for 322 yards and 2 touchdowns. Just a great performance by her. I look forward to her continuing to perform really well for many years in the Faerun Football League, but just hopefully not against us like that anytime soon. Carnell Lewis, 73 yards on 21 attempts and a touchdown. We've got a lot to work on. We've got a lot to take back into the shop. I don't have much else to say about that when Jennifer Hyacinth, obviously the player of the game, as she was brilliant. Well, thanks for watching to the end if you stuck it through that miserable performance. We'll try to do a little better next time. I'm Todd Bonzales. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your day.